everybody, Larry Vela here.
I'm StableAbe.
And today we have two new warbands for Shadespire. We have the Skaven, we have Spike Claw's Swarm.
And we've got the Fyreslayers. They're the chosen axes.
Nice. We got 5 models in this warband, we got 4 in this warband, and we can't wait to tear into these boxes, so let's get on in there. Alright, so here we go. Let's take a look at the Skaven sprues. Take a look at these, Abe. So first of all, I love these bases.
These are really good bases.
Yep. So we have also Skaven, kind of an interesting warband here. So we have 5 models, but they don't all have the same size bases.
Right.
We have like 4 little bases, and then the big one, which I'm going to assume is for the leader. So he's got his fancier thing. Same.
I really like how they all have like rats. A lot of them have little rats hidden on the bases.
Well, of course.
They're Skaven, but no, that's a really great little touch.
Also, I don't. This may be the first time I've ever seen brown plastic from Games Workshop.
Yeah, it's a pretty ugly color. I mean, like it's appropriate for Skaven.
Yes,
but like if I was like, oh, this is not the color of beauty. Like,
well, you know, if you have a problem with brown, you should not be playing Skaven.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, so the models really nice, good detail on these. Same thing. These are Shadespire. These guys can be just kind of press assembled. Not a lot of parts here, considering. So probably let's look really quickly. Here's our construction guide.
Yeah.
And you can see a relatively small, like 3 to 4 pieces per guy.
How cool is this guy?
Yeah,
and you can see him here if you look.
Yeah, and that's the leader. You get the big guy, and he's on the base, and he's up on he's astride like a fallen column.
Yeah,
and he's in this kung fu pose with his.
And you can see it. You can see it here. These are the pieces that form it, and they slot into the base there.
That's his arm, so he has his kind of halberd, and then all the rest of the Skaven are just kind of normal.
They're pretty normal Skaven, but I do actually really like the detail they have on this halberd and on this guy's spear. They're pretty cool. You've got the classic Skaven like segmented plate armor.
This base is actually really impressive. Take a look at this guy,
guys.
So that actually that's like a sewer grate. I don't even know.
Rats inside.
Yeah, they cast that as one piece, so it's it's a sewer grate, but there's rats crawling underneath it, and that's all like single cast. That's really just from a technology point of view. That's pretty fancy work right there.
These are some of the most like depth having bases I've seen.
I mean, like especially for Skaven. Yeah. Like the Skaven range was never really known for being like very like super technologically innovative. They did a really good job on this.
Really cool job, yeah. So
alrighty, so we're gonna take a look at the cards next. Okay, so here is the warband. We have the 5 cards. Here is the boss. We have Scritch Spikeclaw. This is Crook, the almost trusted, and then the 3 guys who are going to get killed over and over and over again. So
lurking, hungering, and festering.
In general, about this warband is you're going to notice these guys are super fast. So Skaven, moving 5.
Yeah,
so,
very fast.
Really quick.
The henchmen are very weak, though, as you'll notice.
Yeah, exceptionally weak. Their attacks are not strong. Not a lot of life either. 2s in general across the board. And when these guys get injured, we'll flip them over really quickly, so you'll see. Inspired.
Yeah.
When they become inspired, still, you know, they get their defense is boosted a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's about it. The bodyguard is the only one who has the actual shield. Everyone else has the evades.
They are one of the easiest gangs to inspire. All you have to do to get them flipped over is play anytime you play a ploy card, you just pick the Skaven you want and you flip them over. So
there you go.
So pretty easy. Theoretically, on the first round of the game, you could inspire all of them if you play enough ploy cards.
So overall, what you're going to see from Skaven is they're really fast. They're individually weak. They are going to get damage through their numbers, but kind of the big mechanic that the Skaven have is this guy's special ability, Action. Place a friendly fighter that was taken out of action other than Crick on the starting hex and remove all their wound counters. So as long as your leader is alive, he can recycle these guys. Man. So it's Skaven. There's always more Skaven. There's just a ton of them running around. So this is going to be a really interesting rule mechanic.
Yeah, they're kind of like fast undead in their way.
Yeah, exactly.
Very similar to that.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to the just really slow moldering, right? So kind of a neat mechanic. Also, yeah, very, very easy to destroy on an individual basis, just like the undead guys were. So pretty cool. Other than that, we're going to take these aside really quickly. Other than that, we of course have you get all the cards. So there's you get relics and just all kinds of stuff.
There's 29 Skaven specific cards or Warband specific cards.
That little Warband.
And then there's 31.
And you get more Skaven over here.
Generic or universal upgrade cards in the pack. All of these are unique cards. You can see that this set has up to 437 cards in it.
That is a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the Skaven, and let's go take a look at the Fyreslayers.
All right, guys, we're here with the Chosen Axes. This is the new Fyreslayer warband for Shadespire.
Very cool.
We've got their models here, and they're pretty rad also.
Loving the orange plastic.
I mean, that's traditional for Fyreslayers.
And the hair.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't have to paint their hair, right? You can just leave
That's
that
true. That's true.
plastic, and it's perfect.
Just put a wash on it.
Just put a little wash on it. So we've got, there's 4 dwarven peoples in this box. That's the official term is dwarven peoples. So they're in this box, and you can see them here. They about 1 or 2 pieces per model are pretty.
Yeah, not a crazy.
Sorry,
amount.
two or three. It's pretty simple.
Yep. Shadespire, you can just press these guys together. Of course, you should glue them and fully paint them.
Many of them have very unique beard pieces. So I really appreciate. So this here, that's his beard. This is this whole piece here is one piece. It's his head, his crest, and his beard.
That's pretty. That's a
slots into his front. This here is the latchkey axe. That's the big weapon that the main character of this warband uses, and it's a pretty brutal attack.
Excellent.
We'll see that in a second.
Okay.
But you got some really good detail.
Let's take a look at these bases.
Yeah.
So, on these bases, so first of all, what I really like is that every warband kind of has its own theme with their bases. These guys, it's all like cracked ground, and you're probably going to paint that as like lava and stuff coming up through it. But there is a little. Every base has at least 1 or 2 little tiny gold runes in there, so you can paint these little glowy gold things in there. So that's pretty cool.
Also, giant skull.
I'm gonna guess that's probably for the leader.
Probably for the leader. Interesting. Also, I've never seen Games Workshop do this before, but the feet of the models are actually on 2 of these bases.
Yes, you just put them right on there.
In there, but you could not assemble these models without the bases.
That is correct.
Unless they were like in a swamp.
Also, lots of really, really nice, cut, not just relief, but, actually...
Cutaways and stuff.
Cutaways on the axe heads. Just a really, really beautiful, intricate detail.
These might be some of the best axes Game Workshop has ever done.
Yeah, like, I am very impressed by that. They in Shadespire in general, they're not just taking... like Age of Sigmar miniatures and transposing them. They're really going all out. It's like, we're only going to do a handful of these guys for
each faction.
So we're really going to go to town on them.
All right.
So really, really cool on that. Now we're going to show you the cards.
All right, so we're back with the warband cards here. These are the 4 characters in the Chosen Axes. You've got the leader, Fajol Grimnar. You've got Tefik Flamebearer, Oricbane, I guess. Oricbane, and Mad Megrim.
I already like Mad Megrim.
You gotta love Mad Megrim. So overall, these are a slower warband. They don't move very fast. They're about 2 movement each.
No, as opposed to, say, Skaven that we just saw, they're 5.
Which are 5, right. I think they're even slower than Undead. We're about on a par with them. Not very defensive. Only 1 die, so they do get the shield defense, so they're a little better about that.
Okay.
And then they're, okay hit point-wise. Kind of in the mid-range. Nothing crazy. What really stands out about them is going to be their attacks. So, that latchkey axe we were talking about earlier, base does 3 damage.
Woo!
So that can just one-shot characters pretty easily. They're all rolling a lot of attack dice generally. Mostly they're rolling the hammers to hit rather than the swords.
Yep.
Old Matt over here is kind of the weakest one, but he does roll 3 dice, which is pretty great. And then their whole stick kind of is they're slow, but once they get on an objective, they're really hard to get off it. So when you control an objective, then they flip over, basically.
Yep.
And they get pretty good. So they're all actually, most of them are all going to get tougher They get more hit points.
Wow.
When they flip over.
And they do that when they end the turn on an objective, in general, from most of them.
It's specifically at the end of the action phase when you hold an objective.
Okay.
But
that's pretty cool.
Pretty good. And then look how hard they hit once they've gone up. This guy's doing 4 damage. And that's without any bonuses.
And he's rolling 2 dice.
Yeah. So that can one-shot most things in the game if it hits you.
Yeah, like you can nail the
Skaven Warband leader with 1 hit.
Any of the Stormcloud Eternals, even, like those guys who are super defensive.
Just out of nail those. Yep. He also gets cleave. You get knockback. A couple of these guys get special abilities. So Tefik gets an ability if he rolls crits. He gets cleave on his weapon, and then Mad. He gets Scorching Axes, so he can reroll attack dice, 1 attack dice each time that he makes an action this turn. So his attacks become pretty accurate at that point with 3 dice getting to reroll.
Yeah.
And he's still doing good damage. So they're become a really tough warband, hard to move. They get a little faster at that point, and again they get they get more health.
Right.
But yeah, these guys are going to be easily able to one-shot most people in the game. It's pretty rare you get more than 4 hit points. So those the Warband cards really quickly. I'm going to show you some of the...
All right, we'll scooch these guys out of the way, and we'll just kind of give you a quick tour of the of the general cards.
As usual, you come with a bajillion cards. Each of these packs comes with 29 Chosen Axe Uniques cards.
With that logo on them.
And then 31 Universal cards here. Again, you are going to get one of the Catalfane Relic cards. These are a set card that if you can equip a bunch of them, you get some crazy bonuses. And then just, a bajillion more cards here. I think this overall set comes with 437 different cards.
For the entire initial set.
Yep. Yeah. So you can see how many unique cards there are. But these are going to be their ploys, their weapon upgrades, their objective cards, all those kind of sweet cards that are going to make them more unique. And that's the Chosen Axes there.
All right, everybody. So that was the 2 new warbands for Shadespire. We have Spikeclaw Swarm,
the Chosen Axes.
So super excited about these. Now we have even more factions for Shadespire. It's growing, more activity. This is definitely a game designed for competitive play, and the more the merrier. Tons of new cards. Mm-hmm. This will by definition shake up the entire meta. So you should definitely get on board these if you are a Shadespire fan.
Do you think when they fight, they're like, "Hey, you come from a little tower," like throwing shade on their spires there?
I'm not even talking to you. Have a great one, guys. Thanks for watching.
Click to subscribe. Support us on Patreon. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.